In this video, we're going to explore the three different corner links and how they affect the cable lengths. So we'll start with a simple high-pass sail with links that are fixed at 120 millimeters, approximately 5 inches. Here we can see the sail relaxed, and if we select the link here, we can see when we select details in Rhino, we can see the link length is 120, and furthermore we can right click on the gear icon here and get extended data, and we can see it's a fixed length with a length of 120 millimeters. This is the same place if we wanted to change one of these link lengths. We can override the value here to make it a different length, set the new length, and then relax again. Now in this case, in order to get the cable length, we're going to try two different things. One, we'll copy the whole model, and we'll also copy just the mesh. So the first tool we're going to use, select everything, the whole model, and we'll select the physical model report, and when we zoom in we can see the length of the edge here is 4990. You can also see up here the total cable length for the project, so that's the sum of all four cables is 17,188 millimeters. Now the other approach is to select the mesh, and we're going to convert the mesh to polylines with just the edge polylines selected. So we run that tool, delete old, and if we select this same cable edge and look at the details, we can see the same 4990. So in this case, the cable length is to this point here if this is our link. If you were terminating the cable somehow at this point, then whatever method you were using to terminate, you would need to add on or subtract from that cable length. Another corner link option is simulate a flat end. Now, for example, I'll specify an edge width of 50 millimeters, 2 inches, and our same 120 millimeter link, the corner link length. And if we apply that, what we will get in the sail is here's our 120 millimeter length, and here's our 50 millimeter D-ring, and this portion of the D-ring is not accounted for. When the cable length is calculated, it will be calculated from this point here to the other end. So exactly the same as before. If you're terminating the cable at this point, for example with a wire support thimble and a swage, you would need to add on from this point whatever additional length is required, or if you're fitting some sort of terminal device that is 100 millimeters long, then you would cut that off the cable length, subtract it off both ends. And the third option that we have is to simulate a round end, and again the same 50 and 120, and when we use that option, here is our round 50 millimeter circle, there is the 50 millimeters, here is our 120 millimeter link, so the link length is to the center of the circle. In this case the cable length is calculated, I'll just move this over here, by summing the cable coming to the tangent of the circle, then continuing on to the other side, and if we just mirror this, So I've coloured these three individual elements green, so the cable length now will be calculated including the length to come round the circle and around the other side. So in this case, when we do a report on physical model report, we'll get a total cable length for the cable running all the way around the outside of the sail. So we've got a copy of the same geometry, and this time we've built it using the model builder with simulate round ends. And when we come to relax this now, because this is a single cable around the sail, then we must select same cable tension on all edges. I'm using the same tension ratio as the other model, and when we relax this we'll see a difference in the shape. And this time when we look at the length here, if we look at the details, we'll see this length is actually only 72 millimeters. What's happened is the software has adjusted the link length to ensure that at exactly 120 millimeters from the corner, that the material will be wide enough to allow for the circular fitting that we've specified. So now we will select the whole model again and run the physical model report, and this time we can see the edge cable length individually is 5057, corrected length 5029. So that's the total length, individual length is to this point. The corrected length is to the tangent of the circle, and then including the portion to go round the slip ring. And here we can now see the total corrected cable length is 17,348. Thank you for watching. For more information, please contact support@mpanel.com.